Hello and welcome to our special series Snapshots. Every week we bring you stories from the lockdown, the ones that impact your life and ours. Stories of hope, courage, and sometimes anguish. Away from the glare of the news, the data, and the spin. Because behind the facts, figures, and news flashes lie the snapshots of human lives that must find a way to begin again.
Among those whose lives are hanging in the balance are athletes who in the last 4 years sacrificed their lives as we knew it in pursuit of the ultimate glory, an Olympic medal. Instead, they find themselves far away from training regimes and confined to an environment that will make or break them. Where do they go from here?
शायद मेरे लाइफ की पहली टाइम में इतना टाइम मैं फैमिली के साथ बिता रही हूँ पूरे दिन. तो खाने के लिए तो खाना खा रहे सब कुछ, वैसे नहीं सब कुछ खा रहे और थोड़ा कोशिश करे खुद भी कुछ बनाने.
Deepa Karmakar missed a medal by a whisker at the Rio Olympics but galvanized an entire generation to hit the mat. The Prodonova queen though was not going to make it to Tokyo 2020. Her injury kept her away from qualifying tournaments. For Deepa at least, this forced break could be a blessing in disguise.
2019 में जो स्टुटगार्ट में हुआ था वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप, वहाँ पे मैं पार्टिसिपेशन नहीं कर पाई क्योंकि मेरा थोड़ा इंजरी था. बट अभी और 2 वर्ल्ड कप है, अभी देखते क्या करना है.
Unlike Deepa, boxer Amit Pangal was raring to go for the bout of his life. The 24-year-old became the world number 1 in the 52 kg weight just 2 months ago. The lockdown though won't impact his ranking. On the contrary, he will head into the postponed games next year still at the top. For now though, he has hunkered down in his family home in Haryana's Rohtak district, spending some priceless time with his mother and 85-year-old grandfather.
मैं भी जैसे ट्रेनिंग अपने घर पे ही कर रहा हूँ, तो सभी से यही अनुरोध करूँगा कि अपने घर पर ही ट्रेनिंग करते रहें. सब अपने फिटनेस को मेंटेन ऐसे ही रखते रहें जैसे कि पहले लॉकडाउन से पहले रख रहे थे सभी. और ओलंपिक्स जो नेक्स्ट ईयर है वो बिल्कुल होना है और इसमें सभी स्पोर्ट्समैन जो कि ओलंपिक क्वालिफाई कर चुके हैं अपनी फिटनेस को ऐसे ही बनाए रखिए. भारत को आपसे बहुत ज़्यादा उम्मीदें हैं.
Regime and regimentation. That's the mantra for physically intensive professions like sports and dance. Players who've lived, eaten, trained and slept by a clock now find their days thrown wide open even as their physical spaces close in.
I had sabudana vada, aloo paratha, but unfortunately right now after eating all these things I have actually gone on a diet.
I've been keeping up my fitness and doing a lot of workouts at home, and usually as a squash player that's like most people love being on court and hate the fitness part of it. So I mean this is a good time to just work on things that you normally are averse to or try and avoid.
Right now I'm utilizing this time for analyzing my game and how I can improve when this lockdown finishes.
The Olympics has been shifted, the IPL stands postponed and all sporting events hang by fire. The financial body blow to sports has been enormous. Research company Media Partners Asia expects a 35% drop in sports-related media revenue generation in the 2020 calendar year in the Asia-Pacific region.
Sports as an industry was really seeing an upward trend. It was valued at about $471 billion in 2018, so it was obviously on its way up. This is obviously all pre-COVID-19. And post that, in this era of lockdown, we've really seen a massive impact. But the real impact of sport being affected by COVID-19 can be felt in our homes. When we see our children sitting at home, not being able to go out onto the playgrounds, that is when you know that sport has really suffered globally.
For para-athletes like Mansi and Sukant, ranked world number 2 and 5 respectively in their game, it's a double-edged sword.
I think definitely as para-athletes our funding will be impacted. Most of us are funded through CSR or by organizations and NGOs that get their funds through CSR, and I'm sure majority of our funding might get into finding solutions and helping people who are directly getting impacted because of COVID-19.
What happens on the field depends largely on how things are off it. Performance anxiety in ordinary times is a game changer. But today's isolation and mental disconnect could have serious repercussions. Experts warn of depression among athletes without the kind of release they are conditioned to.
What athletes will need to understand over here is that sporting bodies are going to compensate by having a lot of competitions once the lockdown gets over. And it's important, therefore, to look at this not as a physical break, but not as a complete mental break.
I'm really looking forward to when I'll get back on court. But my mom always tells me that when you take a break from something, you'll come back always with a newer outlook.
It's safe to say that as of right now, no one really knows how and when this will end. On the other side of the curveball that COVID has thrown, the only winners will be the strong ones who get a grip equally on their body and mind. This may be the only competition that really matters. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.